to the 112th episode of the Premium Advantage. Today, live February 21st, 2025. At the latest, with the latest today, at the edge of the technology, the streamlining, the most advanced episode within an episode situation where we summarize all the information visually as we update you vocally. And then we also give you the visual update today. Wow! Streamlining, saving with the Premium Advantage.
Episode Room 112, where the players dwell.
Bam! Tax season is here. If you have questions regarding taxes, go to the website, thepremiumadvantage.com. Set up a complimentary appointment, and we will answer your questions. Subscribe to the newsletter. We got a weekly newsletter where you can also sign up for a raffle at the same time. Newsletter and raffle. You win money.
Super informative newsletter. I love that newsletter every week. I love it.
You can win money. You get information. You save in insurance and taxes.
What?
That's right. Stay up to date. Streamlining mechanisms from the Premium Advantage. Benefits of activating a policy with us. We're available 6 days a week, all through the year. If you have questions, we got answers. Our hosts, myself, Roberto, at Premium HTX in all social media. I'm doing the counting now. Wow. Jacinto.
To everyone in podcast land, hello.
Jacinto, because we're developing the platform. Topics of the day.
We have way too much space now.
Hey, we're moving things along, man. We're moving things before. Don't forget we were like all static. Don't forget we were static. We were talking and a little bit at a time. And then we went too far with the 3D.
Sorry for our next guest. It's going to be crazy.
I know, right? We'll see how it goes. We're developing. If you guys have some questions about that, let us know. Yeah. Some topics. We like to keep it streamlined, informative with regards to tying it to insurance and taxes, all right, and predictability, sports. So what we got is the climate. We'll talk a little bit about the climate and the weather. A little bit about the climate and the weather. The regular climate weather and then the political weather that's happening.
Nice segue.
Here we go. We're moving.
Very nice.
We're moving.
Very nice
all the way around. Sportcinto, we got some NBA information. Baseball information.
Excited about this.
Some USA versus Canada information. Let's see what we got for today. The updates for today. Now, keep in mind, if you have suggestions or thoughts about what we could discuss through the episodes, let us know. We'll see what's up. Climate weather in Houston, because this is a Houston show for business owners from Houston. If you're interested in sponsoring an episode, here you go. We can say the weather is sponsored by. Today's the Premium Advantage, but tomorrow it could be you.
We're cool type of brothers, the sports and the weather. That's exactly it.
So the weather, it's cold in Houston. It's cold in Houston. We just walked in here. It was super cold. I don't even know the temperature. It felt below 30 for sure.
That's why I got my beanie on.
Got the beanie on from the Rockets. So it's super now, but other places in the U.S., there's snowstorms, right? Have you guys heard about that? You guys heard about the snowstorms? I've seen like rivers. Like frozen rivers.
Yeah, everybody saw that one.
I've seen the frozen river on the street.
I think there's some ambiguity with that, or it's get a little misconstrued because apparently that was a water main break.
Oh.
That happened at the same time, right after the flood, and then their freeze happened.
Gotcha.
So that video we're seeing in Detroit of all those cars, it looks like a frozen lake.
Sure.
It was a water main break.
Wow.
Yeah. So that one, that news got, but it is true that they did have a flood, then a freeze. So it did freeze, but not that high.
Now I'm curious if State Farm excluded those coverages like 2 weeks before.
Right before that
happened. No freezing, no floods from State Farm.
Yo, we need State Farm to do the weather report because they apparently have.
We're just saying it's getting cold. No exclusion. We mailed it. They say. I don't even know. Do we have an update with regards to the situation whether State Farm went through the appropriate?
No, we're still waiting for that.
We'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Literally hot fire situation going on in California.
Cold in Houston and everywhere else in the U.S. freezing snowstorms. All right. So the question that I wanted to propose to the audience, because this is a solution-based show, is how do we move forward with regards to this? How do we prepare for the future? Right? Because the weather, it seems to be intensifying.
Yeah.
Seems to me. All right. But if it's not, it's not. Well, whatever. But it seems to be. Either way, insurance and taxes seem to be going up. There's mechanisms. People are saying, "Oh, we got mechanisms." And so, okay. Well, do you? And are they? And then let's check and confirm. What you have some thoughts about this? What do you think?
It's always been an ongoing conversation about climate change and about what the weathers are. You know, sometimes we have these drastic weather changes, and they're like, "Well, that happened in 1806." Like, oh wow, well, they didn't have that. They didn't have technology and cars and all that, and the weather was still crazy. So like, there's always this like fight between: is it really happening? Is it not? We have actual science on it. We know that the ocean levels are rising, the ice caps are melting, but how much of that is going to affect us? We know that we also, with the electromagnetic field that we have, solar winds, like all these things are going to be affecting us. Every 11 years, the sun changes cycles.
Every 11 years,
yes.
This is a Shinto cycle.
This is true. This is science. You can Google this. All this stuff that I'm saying, you can Google it. All right.
Google
it. The sun has an 11-year cycle.
Okay, got it.
And every 11 years, it shoots out these crazy rays at us. And sometimes our Earth is ready, and sometimes it's not. That beautiful thing we see in Alaska.
I like that. I like that you say our Earth. It's our
Earth.
Ours.
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 You, me,
everybody on Earth.
Yes.
It's everybody.
It's ours.
To some degree.
To some degree. So yeah. So like those beautiful things, those aurora borealis you see in Alaska, those things. That's the Earth protecting us from the sun rays.
Oh.
And people, it's so beautiful, but yeah, it's also very chaotic. Like if we didn't have that, we'd look like Mars. That's what happened to Mars. Mars lost their electromagnetic field about 2.2 billion years ago.
Wow.
And now they look like that. So that's what they say. If we destroy this Earth the way we're heading, that's how we're going to be like Mars one day. Not in our lifetime, so go for it. Party.
We know that. We don't know that.
That part I'm joking. All the rest was science.
It's hard to tell, but it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're heading.
We're just keeping it real. We're going to be being informed, so that whenever we get there, hopefully, we'll all have a good time.
Yeah, man. Drop some comments in there, man.
How do we prepare? How do we prepare with regards to this? Maybe new materials, maybe new technology, maybe new processes, maybe new ways of dealing with these situations. And so, meaning, how do we get our energy? Because there's great lands, platforms, things of that nature, the way that are currently used. But there are new things out there. People are discovering new stuff, new way of doing things.
New ways to make energy, new ways to make fuel, new ways to make storage of fuel and energy. This is what this
safer,
is
hopefully, to some degree, lower cost.
Yeah.
To some degree.
Because when we first started doing it, it was chaotic, man. There were just buckets and piles of toxic waste in all these places that had no regulation. It was just wild. It was a wild, wild west, man. But now we have some real clear-cut science on what we need to be doing. What it's going to be like, what's the future going to hold, we're going to find out. But we have the opportunity right now to take care of our Earth.
Today, it's cold. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Because it's like the AC, you don't even know. AC or heater, AC, heater, AC, heater. It's what?
Shout out to Nest. You have a Nest at your house?
No.
Oh man, Nest. You can set it for heat and cold.
Boom. That's it.
And it stays at one temperature, whether it's hot or cold.
Oh, no
Yeah,
kidding.
it's really cool.
Go next.
Yeah, man.
The climate. We keep moving with the climate, but now the political climate. So a little bit of an inverse relationship there. Because it's hot. The political climate is hot. It's hot everywhere. There's so many situations right now. So let's see. Local situations. HISD, the TEA takeover is creating a lot of friction with a lot of the parents, and team, and the teachers, the educators. A lot of friction there. Right?
What's 311 issues?
311 issues. There's water leaks everywhere. There's water leaks all over the city of Houston, and they can't control them. I mean, it's something that is happening. It's going to cost the city money to repair those, or for 311 to get discussions about that.
Wow.
So it seems like more teachers are being forced out of HISD.
Yes.
I don't want to use the word forced out, but that's what apparently seems to be happening.
What other word can you use for making someone do something against their will? That's forced. I mean, there's no other nice way to say that. We could say it in Spanish.
So these are educators. So there's a strategy behind educators. So right now the whole concept of education is in shift. And we've been talking about this for a while.
I have firsthand knowledge with this one. I have a friend who's a teacher, and she was saying that it's gotten so bad that she's actually started looking at remote jobs to do online teaching because rich people travel the world and need to keep their kids, educated. So you can do online training and teaching and make a lot more money and stay at home in your pajamas. So she looked into it, and apparently TEA is aware of this. And they're trying to, again, force teachers to do that because they're going to say, all right, if you leave at this time, you're not going to get your retirement.
Whoa, look at that. Whoa, look at
that.
Dude,
like it's getting nasty where teachers are trying to have to make a life decision now.
Yeah, and it's political, right? It's like, and so that's what parents get upset with regards to the nature of what's priority? Is it education, the priority of the children, and which children, and all that good stuff? It's all the children.
It should be the kids, number one priority, right?
Right, but then again, who has the most engagement with the kids? The educators. Who has the direct engagement with the kids? The educators. The administration has direct engagement with the kids. Where is the priority here with regards to the education? So administration is the one that decides and gets the last override of the certificate teachers. So let's keep this in mind. The teachers that are certified are getting pushed out.
Right.
The teachers that are not certified, which is interesting because it seems like a bit of a hypocrisy to be this really to get a certification that makes that where you make these decisions, and then you pour somebody out based on those same education parameters that you're trying to certify. Boom!
I have an analogy for that. I have a perfect analogy for that.
What?
Personal training. So personal training, you can go to college, you can get a degree, you can get all of these things, and you can be the best personal trainer on earth. While you're at your gym, they're gonna hire somebody who got their certification online that weekend and know nothing about personal training. And who does the client get when they walk into the gym and they pay $100 an hour for their training session? Here's your trainer, and they trust the gym, thinking that their trainer is that educated, smart, eager go-getter, but they actually get the one who doesn't. I'm not pointing at you, but the one who knows nothing, who just got their certification online. And so that's what we're going to start seeing. I guarantee you, this is going to be across. This is so deep politically, not just in teaching. This is going across all occupations.
The markets are shifting. The markets are shifting. Markets are shifting. The markets are shifting.
There's
no good or bad. Infinite money, infinite markets. Everything is shifting. We just need to be aware. There's no one right way of doing things, but to some degree, things are moving, there's no one way of doing things. But, so the chant with regards to the week was bring back Mr. Fernandez. Bring back Mr. Fernandez. So there was some, what would you call it? Controversy at one of the schools.
Fernandez? I don't even know what that
is a teacher. I'm not going to say anything because it's apparently under investigation. But it's investigation. It's public investigation because to some degree, folks are already aware, but there's some detail with regards to the information. And so they're trying to decide whether or not Mr. Fernandez was at fault or not at fault.
What are the allegations?
I'm not even sure what the allegations are to some degree. What I do know is that it was a scenario where Mr. Fernandez was overloaded with regards to his workload, meaning another teacher had called in, and he got assigned an extra classroom.
Yeah.
And he was trying to figure out, my understanding, which is the public matter, was, okay, how do I teach these extra kids and separate this? When administration came in and I guess reprimanded him for not having the situation already under control.
Oh, wow.
And then I don't know the details with regards to this, but then it was almost immediate, the situation where departure and then investigation. So they're in this mode of, did he leave? Did he get fired? Did he understand? Or that's where it's at the edge of that right now. And so that decision is going to create some form of situation with the administration, the school, because the parents are chanting, bring back Mr. Fernandez, who's an experienced teacher. So
and meanwhile, who is suffering through all this?
Eso. And everybody else, right? Everybody, the community itself, right? A cherished educator that's had good history, right? And so it's like a new administration that did not get voted in. And then, wait a second. All these kids, all these parents have these children with a proper educator, and then, in comes administration and pushes I was just saying, this is where our tax dollars, this was happening with our tax dollars. Where's the party at?
Seriously, man.
So then so the water's leaks everywhere. There's water leaking everywhere in HISD.
On top of
there's teachers leaking with the situation, so we need to be aware so that we can compensate. It's like,
man, my old middle school, Lanier Middle School. You ever heard of Lanier Middle School?
I have heard.
It's on Westheimer and Woodhead. I mean, that school is a vanguard school. A lot of my friends, I still have friends. Shout out to all my Lanier pups. It's so sad, dude. It's gotten so bad that my entire middle school is overrun with rats.
Dude.
On Westheimer, okay? Westheimer near Montrose. That's a very nice area.
Okay.
Semi.
Okay.
And the whole school is completely covered in rats.
Whoa.
Dude, this situation.
Go there?
No, not right now.
Oh, okay.
No, with the freeze happened.
I got it.
But my point is, that's one school.
Terrible.
This is happening
Sure.
District-wide with the taking care of just basic things, taking care of.
Yeah, I mean, right now there's not control and there's not trust with regards to the situation.
Water leaks.
Yeah, that's the city of Houston. Water leaks all over the street. If you drive around now that you see it, you're gonna be like, there are water leaks everywhere. You're gonna start noticing them. Watch.
Water's so precious.
I know.
And we're just spilling it on the streets.
So here's the interesting part that while I was running this one. Okay, check this one out.
Tell me.
So I ran it. It says HISD issues 2025, right? And then it gave me this Google little thread, and I thought it was very interesting. Check this out. From the Houston Chronicle, Miles listened. HISD shouldn't mess with Helms unwarned. He listened. Apparently, it's what he communicated, right? I listened in April 11th, 2024. Correct? Fully supporting dual language. I listen. I got you. Okay, I understand.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
And now, 2025, not even 12 months later, parents and HISD are having rallies about teachers, and because they are messing with the school, even though they stated, I've listened and I'm not going to create this.
Wow.
You see it's right there, the pattern is clear. It was not clear, but look how clear it is.
It's clearly
I've listened, he reported, yeah, no, I got to know, yeah, it's not gonna happen. But then here, hey, whoa, hold on, what you said and you did it, and it's right there, clear as day. Right?
So does this mean that going forward?
So how do you have trust? How do you have trust? Even when
that's what I'm saying.
Even when you have meetings with the parents and you tell the parents, hey, we listen to you, because that's what we heard yesterday at a meeting, not yesterday, on Wednesday. We have listened to you is what we heard.
Wow.
So at the end of that meeting, everybody took notes. There's a board, we took pictures. So trying to rebuild the trust with the community. So keep that in mind. This is what's been happening, right? Proven. There it is. And so hopefully we'll try to move forward with regards to this. Solutions for the education, for the children. Bam.
I feel like in the last 5-10 years, things have gotten more and more flaky. You know what I mean? Like
It's
people
tough.
say one thing and then do the opposite a whole couple years later. And it's
Keep
okay.
in mind, there was a high level of corruption in HISD, and there was a high level of decentralization, which created this situation.
This is why we had to bring
so
it
now
up.
they're trying to centralize, and then, whoa, what is the nature of decentralization? And it was not explained. Not only was it not explained, it was misinformed, right? It wasn't properly said, yeah, this is the plan, what we're gonna do it, as opposed to, no, we're not gonna do it, but then bam, they went in and did it. Wow, right, there you go. So, let's move on to federal, because that was local. Let's move on to the local, or federal, right? So, DOGE, baby, DOGE is in the IRS.
It is.
There's a little delays in the refunds from what I've seen. Not a lot.
Oh, that's my next question.
Small. This week is the
Okay.
big week. This week is big week because it's 3 weeks from the original like IRS opening line situation.
Okay.
So I mean, after this week, next week I'll have a better like, oh yeah, you know what? Everything I know went through okay.
When are we supposed to get that extra money? Is that actually going to happen?
So there you go. So those apparently, what a flipping of situations.
That's what everybody wants to know.
It's like, okay, now that you did it, you did good.
Egg prices.
Give me my money.
Money and my taxes. That's all I care about.
We're getting there. Keep in mind, we've been talking about this for a while now.
Yo, real quick, you know they're selling loose
What are they
eggs
selling?
in New York?
Loose?
So,
what does that mean?
so
one egg.
Yes, one. So there's
How
a
much
thing.
for the one egg?
There's a thing in New York. It's called a Lucy.
Oh,
a Lucy
yeah,
is
a cigarette.
one cigarette. So
Yes.
they're selling Lucy eggs now.
Lucy eggs now.
Dude.
Eggies? No?
Eggies?
No?
I don't know. But people can go buy one egg at the grocery store in New York now.
Oh, like the depression, like there was in it. Wow,
Exactly.
it would get.
Bro, this is where we're headed. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
we're not heading there. We're not
No,
heading
no,
there.
no, no. But I mean, as far as the
nature.
control, the nature of it, man, it's just different because we learned from the depression.
Sure.
We're not going to go that direction. But the counteraction of it, the anticipation of it, what people are worried about is fascinating to me. So I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I mean, that's where we're at. So DOGE is poking, right? And then so at the beginning, they were like, no, we're not going to allow for DOGE to poke. And then DOGE found some problems. It's like billions of dollars. They're like, okay, we'll let you poke a little bit. So now they're poking, which is good. They're doing away with a lot of fraud and corruption and things of that nature. So that's actually good, right? Trying to save our taxpayers' money. The overall goal is to save. However, be mindful that there may be repercussions to this situation, right? The planes, have you guys heard about the planes, the situation with the planes?
The plane.
So more air crashes. Not to say that there is a correlation there, but there is a bit of a correlation there.
I mean, didn't they fire a bunch of the people in charge of the FAA?
Yeah. But then again, the airline executives are saying, yeah, but that's not gonna affect airline travel. That all of that happened. Everybody's fine.
Still the safest way to fly.
Still to now. However, like we'll see if next week is like plane 6 and all that good stuff, and then this just started. Let's keep that in mind, and then we'll be watching that on the weekly. I would say it's reasonable to watch.
That's fascinating.
It could shift travel with regards to the cost, how people do it, and things of that nature. People, So keep that in mind. There's cuts all over government. There's the fluctuation with regards to funding. A lot of things are going to go private. There's going to be new folks into the private market, more competition. So this is the nature of what's happening. So be mindful that there are shifts.
Awesome.
There are shifts. Moratoriums lifted. If you need insurance, go to thepremiumadvantage.com. Check out your options. We will help you out.
Sportcinto. Bam.
Man, what a great picture. Check out this
picture.
Tell me about this picture.
Check this out, dude.
Tell me about this picture.
So this is the reigning dunk champion, Mr. Mac McClung. Mac McClung. This man does not play in the NBA.
Really?
Does not. He plays.
Tell me about this picture and where did it come from?
All right, so that's his name, Mac McClung. It's just a perfect angle. This is his three-peat So I don't know if you knew this, but Pat Riley owns the rights to the word three-peat.
Okay.
Every time you say that, he gets paid.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Anyway, that's a whole different story. So
not today. Not today.
Not today.
Not for me.
Not from
us.
us.
Not for me.
So anyway, so Mac McClung, this is the third year in a row that he absolutely destroyed everybody in the dunk contest.
Yeah.
He was the best dunker by, I mean, a grand margin.
Wow.
The fascinating part is he does not play in the NBA.
Okay.
He plays in the G League, the league below, the minor leagues of the NBA. But every year they pull him up from the G League just to get in the dunk contest, and then they send him back down.
Wow.
Yes. So
he's a good dunker, and that's it?
It's interesting because this is the first year that, number one, he jumped over a car.
Wow.
Okay, no one has ever done that over the top of the car.
Oh, really?
Blake Griffith, I don't know if you remember, like,
I remember this. Yeah,
he went over the front of the car.
Is that right?
This dude jumped over the top of the car.
No kidding, and dunked it.
Dunked it. Not only, and grabbed the ball off of someone and dunked it.
Oh, really?
Not just.
No.
The guy was standing in front of the car.
Yeah.
He jumped, grabbed it, and dunked it.
Wow.
I mean, the guy is next level when it comes to dunking.
Yeah.
I saw some of his workouts. He's serious about his abilities.
How do we get this picture? How do we get this? Who took this picture?
This is the Bleacher Report. Shout out to Bleacher Report.
Bleacher Report for the picture.
Bleacher Report is the #1 sports news out there, so I always get my information from Bleacher Report. But look how close his face is to the rim, dude.
Yeah.
He's like my height. He's like 6'1", 6'2", not even, man. That's like insane. Anyway, so this has inspired all of the other NBA players to think about getting into the dunk contest next year.
Yeah, maybe two cars? Can we get two cars going? Can we get 2 cars?
The dunk contest.
I mean, one car's being done.
It's just been going lower and lower every All-Star. And so this year, the All-Star game, they tried. That would be cool. This year, they tried to spice it up a little bit, and they changed the format. So instead of a game, they had a little tournament.
So a camel?
A little
jump over a camel?
That would be dope. A little 40-point tournament. It was fun. It was weird. It was different. But we got to fix the dunk contest. So Mac McClung, after doing 3 years in a row, he said he's probably not going to come back next year.
Unless you bring me up to the NBA or what? Bring me to the NBA and I'll consider it.
Give me a whole lot of money. And that's what we have been saying. If you really want people to get into dunk, we want to see LeBron in there.
Sure.
We want to see these heavy hitters, these monsters. Remember Michael Jordan did it?
Sure, yeah.
Right? So like if Michael Jordan can do it, Kobe used to do it.
Yeah.
Why can't LeBron do it? So that's what everybody's saying. Like everybody's pushing right now.
LeBron's like, I'm busy playing winning games.
He's busy making millions of dollars is what LeBron does. All right, so that's the NBA. All right, so MLB. This is going to be the Houston Astros lineup right here. There is only one person from the original team from 2017, and that is Mr. Jose Altuve, who's now going to be playing left field.
Can he hold it together? Can he hold the team together?
He's the type of player who leads by example. He's not the type of player to come grab you by the shirt and shake you around. He's just going to keep doing what he does. So we need another player like that. That's what Carlos Correa used to be.
Sure.
Carlos Correa was that guy to go up and slap people in the face and get people going. So anyway, he's the captain. He's going to be playing left field. We got a whole new situation going on, and we're just he's
the Moneyball guy. Got it. He gets from first base. Is that what that means?
So Moneyball, what they mean by that is analytics. So the movie Moneyball with Brad Pitt,
first base.
It's a true story about how this person, Billy, I forgot his last name, he created analytics, and basically it's how do we maximize our team, not each position.
Sure.
So let's say in this particular position, third base, he's great at fielding, right? But he's not great of a hitter, right? So that's why we got Alvarez after him to cover that. So it's just playing to our strengths, even if, like, for instance, Jeff Bagwell back in the day. Jeff Bagwell, the greatest Astros first baseman, arguably one of the greatest first basemen of all time, couldn't throw. Could not throw.
Wow.
He even said it the other day that his dog can throw better than him. Like, he has bad shoulders, super bad. But what do? We put him in first base so that he doesn't have to throw. So it's little things like that analytics can help you win in baseball. That's very different from all the other sports. So this is our lineup, man. We're looking forward to this season. I don't know what's going to happen this season, man.
When is the first game so we can...
April 1st is our first
April
game.
Fools?
April Fool's Day.
Okay. I'm sure to watch.
And shout out to this guy.
What's happening here?
Look at this, man.
Oh, my God, Benjamin Franklin?
That's Benjamin Franklin's cousin. His great-great-great-great-grandfather, grandson.
The question is this.
Yes.
Do you know who Benjamin Franklin is? Think about that.
That's a whole different question.
Give that some thought.
Go ahead and go Google that and then come back. We'll wait for you.
Give that some thought.
So this was at the USA-Canada hockey match. So the All-Star.
Oh, hockey.
Yeah, hockey.
Oh, okay.
So the All-Star, that's why I think that the NBA, that's why I wanted to kind of put this all together. The NBA should take a page from the NHL, not get this guy, but get a page from the NHL and change their format that way. So what they did is they made it regional.
Okay.
So USA, all the USA team was USA from the NHL players,
Gotcha.
and the Canada team NHL players. So they got the All-Stars representing their country.
Oh, wow. Like, okay, got it.
Yes.
Cool.
So the first, there was a preliminary match, USA versus Canada. Guys, the first, before they even dropped I don't even know anything about hockey, okay?
Yeah.
But the drop of the puck is like the throw of the ball in NBA, right? So when they drop the puck, you go. These guys dropped the puck before the puck even hit the ice.
Yeah.
They dropped their gloves and started swinging at each other. The whole team. The whole team.
Go watch it.
Everybody fighting. Everybody.
Yeah.
Nobody playing hockey. They're just for the first 9 minutes of the game. I'm not exaggerating. First 9 minutes of the game, it was nothing but fighting. Now the hockey puck is floating around by itself. Everybody's fighting. The goalies come out. They start fighting. Okay, it got the hype up, dude. Yeah. So that was a preliminary game. This game right here was for the championship, for the NHL, for this particular new tournament they created. So it's called the Four Nations is what they call it. This little tournament.
Yeah.
And USA versus Canada was yesterday, and it was amazing. So unfortunately, Canada won 3-2. But it was a great game, dude. USA was picked to win that game, and typically USA is not, on paper, been notorious for being great hockey, right? All the other teams in the world, like Russia, Czechoslovakia, even Canada, are much better because they're a very cold nation. So they, their little kids are out playing hockey when they're little. That's just our kids are playing, baseball, football, soccer, right? So anyway. It was an amazing match, and shout out to this guy for hooking up his hair like that. That is dedication.
I like it.
Dedication. I'm trying to convince Rob to do that. So
one day, maybe next year, we'll see.
I don't know if Carla's
at the end of this little ride adventure
I'm gonna beg Carla, please.
Reminder. Don't forget the raffle. It's raffle time. Finally, February.
Oh yes.
Miss
We got
Joanna Rosales is the winner for February. Congratulations, Miss Joanna. We're gonna send you email. We're going to send you an email to let us know what it is that you would like to get. Either $100, see it on the episode if you want to do an episode or an event. Let us know. We'll reach out. Don't forget, go to the website, thepremiumadvantage.com, subscribe to the newsletter, and you'll be in the raffle. Or just subscribe in the raffle, and you'll be in the newsletter.
Man, look at that. Look at that.
Live podcast every Friday. We're going to move it to probably 12:45, looking like it's the normal start time when we start at 12. When we say it's 12 o'clock. So 12 o'clock,
something, man.
but 12:45.
Y'all see this beautiful thing we have here? It's not easy to get done. It takes us a minute to make sure everything's perfect.
And the picture for the close.
Oh, yes,
you guys up. And don't forget, let us know if you guys have anything you want us to discuss. If you want to be a guest, sponsor an episode, let us know. See you guys next time.
Bam! Shout out to the Houston Rockets.